Hey, Paul here, and sitting here in my office along with the Louisiana Civil Code. More specifically, I'm looking at the Louisiana Trust Code, wanting to double check one of the provisions in there. And was working earlier today and have been working with this same family for many, many years. And about 20 years ago, before I started working with them, they set up an irrevocable trust for the purpose of moving assets from their estate into their irrevocable trust, so that those assets in that trust would not be subject to the estate tax when the parents passed away. And then about 10 years after they set up this irrevocable trust, they found that the circumstances were much different. The trustee that they had originally named no longer existed, so we had to go back in and change their irrevocable trust. Some of you might be wondering, how can I do that? Well, our trust code says that if the continuance of a trust would defeat the purposes of the trust, then a court may order a amendment or modification of the trust in whole or in part. So 10 years ago we redid it. Now, because of further changes in the family circumstances, we're having to make another change. So we're getting all of the participants involved to sign off on this petition that we'll submit to the proper court and have a judge allow for this change to a trust which supposedly can't be changed. So my point here is that when you do set up an irrevocable trust, now some trusts that are irrevocable have certain flexibilities inside them to allow for certain things to be changed, but some, specifically when they're set up for tax purposes, they have to be set up a certain way, and there are provisions in there that you just can't change. So just be aware when you're going to set up something like that. Sometimes it's important to have some flexibility in the planning so that future changes in circumstances may not require that the family, go to court and incur all that difficulty in order to change something like that. So real important. Best idea or best thought here is get it done right. Do it the right way the first time. Work with the right people, and that way it won't require these subsequent changes sometimes. I'm Paul Ravelay. Now, go leave a legacy.